Alright, so gut healing strategies are next, and this is something that I love to do. As a naturopath, for me, it's kind of at our root. We have these what's called 4R programs, which basically is our functional medicine. Basically, how do we get you back to normal functioning without doing anything too crazy? So it's basically we've already done the first R, which is remove, and remove basically stands for remove that substance coming in that's causing the inflammation. So we've already determined what that might be based on your food sensitivity panel or the big three that I just named for you. So now they're gone for a little while. So let's kind of get back to the next couple of R's here and talk about this healing type of program we're going to be using with some of these individuals. So the number one thing I see is replacing the digestive enzymes that have been deficient over a certain period of time. So what I mean by digestive enzymes, it comes in numerous different shapes and fashions, but we've got to find the right one for you. So sometimes people have a little bit of issues digesting protein. And protein, you might notice, like when you eat it, so you might have, chicken, lamb, beef, whatever the case may be, it kind of feels like you swallowed a brick and it just kind of sits there. And the most common thing I see the next day after people that have protein digestion that have issues is their poop is almost like it's like pudding. It's very hard to pass. It's literally like pudding. It's not very well formed. It doesn't flow very easily. And it's just a mess. And that usually is a sign that there's some protein not digested in the system there. So protein digestion also presents with a little bit of heartburn. People notice that they have a little bit of heartburn when they eat some kind of proteins. You may need some protein support. So for me, I use a product called betaine HCl, which basically is a little bit of a stomach acid support, and I use that with food. And there's also some digestive bitters that we might use as well, that we might be able to integrate into even some teas and even some essential oils that may actually help stimulate some of that, digestive power for the stomach. Another big nutrient I think most of us are deficient in is zinc. So zinc is one of those nutrients that is always kept in balance with other minerals in our bodies, but unfortunately our diets are just devoid of zinc, so we might need some supplementation of zinc for a short period here to get our stomach acid working again. The second thing I see commonly is bloating. So a ton of bloating. So I usually use some different products with this depending on the need. So I'm able to determine by basically asking you some in detailed questions what type of digestive enzyme support you might need. So do you need what I call a pancreatic support, which basically means do you need something to help you digest the sugars you're taking in? That might very well be the case. Is your gallbladder a little bit sluggish? So do you need a little bit of a gallbladder support to help emulsify and digest some of those fats that are coming in from your diet? And maybe do you need probiotics? I don't know. It's just a matter of trying to find out what your body's doing with the food when you take it in, which is presenting with your symptom. So that's definitely done through a little bit more of a question and answer, and I never want to just give blanket statements of take this to support this digestive process. You may need all those levels of support, and you might need one. So that's kind of up to us to discuss in our free 15-minute talk that you can schedule right below, and we can kind of get to the nitty-gritty of what maybe some of those supplements look like for you. So that's pretty much it for today, guys, when it comes to the digestive supports that I might use in the I guess, replacing aspect. I'm going to continue the other two in the repair phase and also the reinoculation phase of the other 4 R's in the next video. So stay tuned.